Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hope Beyond Brokenness. Thank you so much for your support. All the new subscribers, welcome to this channel. All those who are viewing, keep viewing, but please subscribe. Keep liking, keep sharing, and keep supporting me. I really appreciate. So, have you ever felt inadequate? Have you ever felt you will not amount to anything in life, or nothing that you do ever succeeds? It's almost like there's this feeling of worthlessness. This is a term that was introduced by Alfred Adler. You see, it's called Inferiority Complex. The most important relationship of our lives is the intrapersonal relationship, the relationship with your own self. That will affect everything in your life, including your relationship, including your productivity. Wherever you will be, the thing that affects you the most is what is in you. So if you have this complex, or if you're struggling with this complex, usually it hinders you from reaching your full potential, because you always feel like, oh, I've done this, but I think I need to do more to be fulfilled. I think have not done enough, you see. So inferiority complex is a hindrance to human nature. And you see, most people nowadays struggle with that. They have not come to the realization, but they struggle with that. That's why they tend to conform to patterns. They tend to peer pressure, to be influenced by pressure from their peers. It's because of what is in them, you see. And sadly, this inferiority complex, usually it starts from when you are a young child. You see, the primary caregivers, the primary caregivers are simply your parents, or the one who took care of you when you were young, in the early childhood. You see, between 1 to maybe 4 years old. How did they used to treat you? How did they take your failures? How did they correct you when you made mistakes? Were they constantly comparing you? Were they constantly, using abusive words and telling you all sorts of things? You will not amount to anything, and all these things. So one of the things that affects us the most, as I've said, is what goes inside us. And just today I'm just here to encourage you that it doesn't matter what you have been told in the past. It can still change. You are not your past. You are not what others have told you. You see, because the society will define you. You see, will define you in so many ways. From your parents, you go to school. The school that is primary or early primary school. You're told all sorts of things. Then you go to primary. Then you go to high school. Then you go to university. In all this, you'll still be hearing people defining you. So how do you deal with the inferiority complex? How do you come out of this if you're already in it? Number 1, know your source. Know who you are. Do you know who you are? If I asked you, who are you? Of course you'll tell me, oh, I'm Joyce. I have 2 kids. I have all these things. But who are you in Christ? Who is your source? See, when you know who is your source, then that gives you some power. That it doesn't matter who says what. You just know that you're a chosen generation. It doesn't matter who said that you're not beautiful. You just know that you're fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. You see, so one of the first way to deal with inferiority complex is know your source. How do you know your source? How well do you know your source? You have to reconcile that relationship back with your maker, because he knows you. See, whatever he says is the only thing that matters in relation to who you are, because the society, the world will try to describe you and will try to make you conform to be who you are not. And I'm sure in so many ways you've been told you are this, you're that, mpaka you're confused. But you have to get to a point in life and you know who you are. And the best way that you can know who you are is by going to the one who made you and ask him, who am I? You see, God knew who he was. That's why when Moses asked him, so if the children of Israelites asked me who has sent me, Who should I say? Who are you? What did God say? He said, I am who I am. I am who I am. He was so confident in not caring what, I mean, he didn't have to explain so much. I am Jehovah Jireh. No. You see, God, he is who he is. Whatever you describe, if you describe him as Jehovah Jireh, he will be Jehovah Jireh to you. If you describe him as the healer, he'll be a healer to you. You see. So, dealing with inferiority complex, number one, as I've said, is know your source. Number two, you have to watch out what you allow in your mind. You see, it's giggle, garbage in, garbage out. If you keep filling your mind with negative things, that's what will come out. You'll never believe anything about yourself. Even if you achieve great things in life, you'll still believe that, I don't think I'm, because you've been feeding your soul, your spirit, your body, negative things. So whatever will come out is still negative. It's out of the Baba dance that the mouth speaks. You see, how you present yourself is a result of what you keep feeding yourself over and over again. So if you keep feeding yourself these toxic things, toxic songs, that is what will come out. That will affect your esteem more and more. You see, it will keep affecting you more and more and more and more and more. So also watch out what you allow in your mind. Watch out what you allow in your mind. Number 3, how do you deal with inferiority complex? Surround yourself with people who nurture you, people who encourage you, people who, you don't have to have friends who keep just speaking negative things about you and you keep accepting and say, it's a joke. No, it's not a joke. Don't joke about what comes out of your mouth. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. So you cannot assume, you cannot say, it's a joke. He just said it on a light note, or she just said it on a light note. No. You should never settle and just accept things that you know you are not. That's why it's very important to know your source. When you know your source, it helps even who you allow to be friends with. Then another one, number 4, take inventory, take success inventory. Try and notice the things that you have progressed in life, the success you have made. You may not have everything, but just trying to notice that, taking that inventory will make you grateful, and that will also help you. It will make you feel like, okay, so I'm not useless after all. I'm not worthless. I'm not inadequate. I've been able to achieve this and this and this. You see, try and take, even it doesn't matter what, it doesn't have to be something big, but something like you even finish school. That's to stay in school, to finish, to graduate. It's not an easy thing. So take that success inventory. You see, number 5, practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. It doesn't matter how your day has gone. It doesn't matter who has treated you maybe badly, maybe in your job or in your home. You see, practice gratitude. Just learn to be a thankful and a positive person. It helps. It helps. Practice gratitude. Try to notice, well, my day was not good, but at least I'm alive. You see, we think just surviving and being alive is very, it's common, or it's normal. No, there are people who go out of their houses and they don't come back. Yes. So practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. It opens doors for you. Thanksgiving. In everything give thanks, the Bible says, for it is the will of God concerning you. So just give thanks. Give thanks. Try and notice. Try and be positive. You see. Another one, try and see a counselor. There are those people who have been affected so badly. Like it has gotten into their minds that they are useless. Have you ever met those people with some victim mentalities? They feel like it is the world against me. It's always me. Why do they always leave me out? Why do they... all this? You can try and see a counselor. A counselor will be able to will help you condition your mind. Or I did psychology in school. I'm also a counselor. So they will, as a counselor, will help you condition your mind to start challenging your negative thoughts that you've been believing for years that you are. You see, so you can also see a counselor. They will help you See, then the last one, stop with the blaming. For how long will you be blaming your parents? For how long will you be blaming your friends for making you the way you are? Just take responsibility over your life. Just know that whatever they did, forgive them, and also forgive yourself for allowing them in your life. You know, don't say, oh, if I was born in another family, then I would have been a better person. Who told you? See, families have so many things. It's just that because you are outside, you may think it's all rosy, but it's not. Until you get in the family, then you'll understand, then my family is way better. That's why gratitude is important, because you don't know what is out there. You may think that there's greener pastures somewhere. No, the grass is greener only where you water it. The grass is greener where you water it. So if you keep blaming your parents because of maybe these feelings of low self-esteem, you keep blaming them if they didn't talk to you, just try and forgive them, and try and forgive yourself also, and just move on. Move on. You know, you cannot be going to Canaan and you still have the Egypt mindset. There is no greater bondage than that of the mind. You see, anywhere you want to go, anywhere you want to be in your life, you have to first, once your mind is made up, then your body will follow. But if your mind is not made up, there is never transformation. The Bible says that do not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So it means transformation happens once your mind is renewed. So because maybe your parents, unfortunately, that's why you can see a counselor, treated you and you feel like you messed up, they messed your life. Just try see a counselor, see how they will help you, and just make peace with the fact that they did what they did. They tried their best. Maybe they didn't know. You see, people treat others to the degree to how they think is right. Maybe that's how their parents also treated them. So for them, it's normal. It's not anything. So just the victim mentality. You cannot be a grown-up. You cannot take it now to you, because very soon you may have a family, or you're already even in a family. So if you don't deal with it, what will happen? You will take it to your children, because you'll always be bitter and always thinking, oh, I wish I was in this. No one chooses where we are born. No one. I don't think there's anyone who wakes up and say, everyone wakes up and find themselves. I woke up and found myself in a family. So there's no way I could say I wish I would have found myself in America, or whatever place that you think is good, that you think you deserve to be there. No. So just accept where you are and just ask God to help you. Yes, so those are just some of the ways to help you with the inferiority complex. I hope this blesses you. As I started, I told you that the most important relationship is the intrapersonal relationship. And if you will succeed, if this year will be a success, it will depend on you. It will depend on you. It will depend on what is inside of you. What drives you? Who do you know who you are? You see, the righteous are as bold as a lion. Like, how do you carry yourself? I just know that you will be okay. And when you take these steps, you will start. It may take time. I'm not saying that you'll wake up today and say, okay, now I'm practicing gratitude. I'm team positive. It's not that easy as I may be saying it. It's a lifelong journey. See, like waking up in the morning and seeing that nothing is working, but you still decide to be grateful. Oh, it takes so much faith. I'm also speaking like this, but it's not that it's easy. It just takes, you have to take the necessary steps. You have to just force. And I believe that we will have a productive year. Once we start to know who we are, once we start to be mindful of what we allow inside us, once we start to look around and notice, I don't think I need this friend, I don't think this friend will help me in the next step that I need to take in my life. Once you start to stop having this victim mentality, once you forgive your parents, once you forgive yourself and just move on, it will work. Just believe it. Yes, so keep at it, keep practicing the gratitude, affirmations, you see. Yeah, so thank you so much for supporting me. Keep subscribing, keep liking, and I know we'll all grow together. Yes, if you have any more points that maybe you can tell us how we can deal with inferiority complex, low self-esteem, please write them down in the comment section. Thank you so much and have a lovely, lovely, lovely time. Until next time, I love you all. Bye.